All right, so let's review over everything we know so far regarding the Red Dead Redemption port. No, it's not a remaster, sadly. Actually, I have a mixed feeling about this one because, on one hand, if it was a remaster, it could have been just as bad as GTA Defective Edition. So maybe a port's the better way to go here, where Rockstar just puts zero effort into even bothering to do any upgrading to Red Dead Redemption for the Nintendo Switch or the PlayStation 4, which is backwards compatible, by the way, for the PS5. But once again, as far as we know, no major improvements at all for either ports. So it will include Red Dead Redemption 1 story mode. It will also include Undead Nightmare story mode. In other words, no multiplayer for Switch or PS4 ports. We know that now to be true according to the PlayStation and the Nintendo eShop stores, where it clearly states that there is no multiplayer for this version of Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare. But there still is a multiplayer that exists on Xbox. We'll talk about the Xbox Store version in just a moment. We'll go into the store and look at the prices and compare the packs to what you're going to get on the 17th for the Switch, as well as the PS4/PS5 ports. It has been, I guess, ported by Double 11 Studios, which has two former developers at Rockstar Games. Overall, I hear they're an okay, smaller studio. And so maybe, just maybe, the ports for the Switch and the PS4 will be okay. Hopefully that won't be awful. But that still raises the question, why is there not a PC port? Because we've been asking for a PC port since this game launched over 13 years ago. And then, of course, Undead Nightmare, neither of which got a PC port. And the price tag is of contention as well. A lot of people, including myself, feel like the price tag is too high for a decade-plus old game. Even if it's the game plus the standalone DLC story, $50 US without any effort at all, any improvements whatsoever, enhancements, upgrades, is a bit expensive. It's a bit pricey, Rockstar. I mean, yes, you do get Red Dead Redemption 1 story mode. You do get Undead Nightmare. And that's the digital version, which is coming August 17th. If you want the physical copy, you have to wait till October 13th for the physical copy. But once again, this does not include multiplayer, which is actually still quite popular over in the Xbox for 360, Xbox One, as well as Xbox Series. By the way, if you're interested in getting into Red Dead Redemption multiplayer and you're going to be playing Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare, both on the Xbox as opposed to the PS4, PS5, or Switch, then I do have a beginner's guide for Red Dead Redemption multiplayer that you might want to check out. So let's go talk about the prices in the Xbox store for Red Dead Redemption as well as Undead Nightmare. So let's go over to the Xbox store in case you happen to have an Xbox and you'd rather just buy Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare now instead of waiting for the digital copy, which you don't really have to because you can get the digital copy now on Xbox as opposed to PS4 and PS5 and Nintendo Switch. So the price tag right now for the standalone version of Red Dead Redemption is $30 US. So for $30, you get the standalone edition of Red Dead Redemption digital for Xbox 360, Xbox One, and of course Xbox Series. Now, if you also want the Undead Nightmare pack, it's going to cost you, according to the Microsoft Store, an additional $10 US, which is the single-player DLC experience of Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. Undead Nightmare pack features the entirely new, well, not really new, single-player campaign following John Marston as he tries to deal with zombies, basically, the undead. $40 US on Xbox. So on Xbox, along with the fact that $40 US, roughly, plus tax, will get you Red Dead Redemption 1, Undead Nightmare pack. You can also have access, for now, and hopefully forever, to Red Dead Redemption multiplayer, along with all these free packs. Hunting and Trading, Liars and Cheats, Legends and Killers, Outlaws to the End co-op mission pack, Myths and Mavericks bonus pack, and there's a few that you can pay a few bucks for as well. By the way, there's obviously other ways to get your hands on physical copies of Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare, probably at your local game exchange, online, maybe through eBay, perhaps even over here on Amazon for now. Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition for Xbox One, Xbox 360, also backwards compatible, once again on Xbox Series, $30, and it will come with Red Dead Redemption as well as Undead Nightmare. But at the recording of this video, there's only 19 in stock, and there's a very real possibility that number may go down to 0 by the time I post this video. So once again, unless Rockstar comes out with a combo pack and does away with the current version of Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmares in the Xbox store, the price right now is $40 US, $30 for Red Dead Redemption 1 digitally, and additional $10 US for Undead Nightmare digitally, along with all the free packs that you can download as well, which go towards adding content to Red Dead Redemption multiplayer if you are interested in Red Dead Redemption multiplayer on the 360, Xbox One, and Xbox Series. My concern is that, similar to with the GTA Trilogy Defective Edition, Rockstar pulled the original trilogy from the online stores. And what if Rockstar does something similar on the Xbox? Instead of only spending $40 US on buying both Red Dead Redemption single player along with Undead Nightmare, you have to now pay $50 on Xbox for the combo of Red Dead Redemption story mode as well as Undead Nightmare story mode. And to make things even more concerning, and I hope this does not happen, if it does, I am going to have the most epic rant of all time. It better not signal the end of Red Dead Redemption multiplayer on the Xbox Microsoft servers. I am concerned about PlayStation 3. I feel like there's a much smaller community on the PS3 because, yes, you can still play Red Dead Redemption 1, Undead Nightmare on the PS3, and yes, Red Dead Redemption multiplayer as well. But the much larger Red Dead Redemption multiplayer community is thriving over on the Xbox consoles, from the 360 to the Xbox One, as well as Xbox Series. And until now, Rockstar hasn't been able to do anything about either Red Dead Redemption multiplayer or GTA 4 multiplayer because those are Microsoft servers. But if Rockstar had it their way, they would probably shut down the Red Dead Redemption multiplayer and most likely the GTA 4 multiplayer servers a long time ago. Case in point, look what they did to GTA Online on the 360 and PS3. They shut that down a few years ago. So if they're willing to shut down GTA Online on 360 PS3, then yeah, they would most definitely send Red Dead Redemption multiplayer out into the sunset years ago. But thanks to Microsoft, I know one of those rare occasions we can thank Microsoft, along with the backwards compatibility of Red Dead Redemption 1 Undead Nightmare, Rockstar can't really do that because Microsoft is kind of a big company as well. It's up there, one of the big ones, along with Take-Two, the parent company of Rockstar. But I am concerned that if Rockstar hypothetically did release a combo for the Xbox store, would that combo be kind of a Trojan horse, which would prevent players from being able to also play Red Dead Redemption multiplayer on the Xbox? I hope that's not the case. I hope that Rockstar doesn't even bother with Xbox. It seems like they're leaving Xbox alone because they know that the version of Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare that they're releasing is the same exact version that's already available to purchase on these consoles. But it's just being ported over to the PS4 for backwards compatibility on the PS5 as well as the Nintendo Switch. But whatever the case may be, in my opinion, the price that they are putting out there is too high. We could deduct $10 right now and say $40 because of the fact that it's technically $40 on the Xbox store. We've already established that. And then let's take off another $5, $10 because of the lack of multiplayer for the Switch and PS4, PS5 variants. What's fascinating is players were able to play Red Dead Redemption multiplayer on PS Now, PlayStation Plus months ago, even though it was awful. But after they removed it from PS Now or PlayStation Plus Premium, whatever you wish to call it, same thing, they are no longer able to do so. So there was a time when you could play Red Dead Redemption multiplayer on the PS4 and perhaps even on the PS5, but not anymore, you can't. And Rockstar has gotten a lot of hate sent their way. What else is new? On the social medias, the like to dislike ratio, I think is like 50-50, which is not good. And to make things even more interesting, my friend Destiny Metal, he mentioned this while we were playing Fortnite the other night. Or was it during the GTA stream we did a few days ago? He mentioned that there was going to be another Take-Two earnings call coming up later today. And gee, surprise, surprise, what did they announce yesterday that they can talk about today? Oh, I don't know. The Red Dead Redemption port for the Switch and the PS4. So I'm sure they'll promote that and they'll talk about, oh, this is going to sell really well on the 17th, the digital copies. And then, of course, the physical copies in October. And a lot of people right now are calling for another boycott of Rockstar. And a lot of folks are saying that they're not even going to bother with this port. I'm of two minds about it. On one hand, I do understand players that really want to play Red Dead Redemption that don't have Xbox consoles, that might only have a PlayStation 4, 5, or a Nintendo Switch, and the hope that maybe the port will be decent. And that is a possibility, even though I still think that it's going to be a little pricey, $50 US. If it included multiplayer as well, then maybe a lot more people would be okay with dropping $50 for all three, including all those free packs that we talked about a moment ago in the Xbox store. That might make it a little bit more enticing because people still play Red Dead Redemption multiplayer to this day. And it also has Undead Overrun if you get the correct pack, which is with the Undead Nightmare pack. And don't get me wrong, I think that the story mode for Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare are both amazing. And I have enjoyed playing those over the years, ever since both versions came out over a decade ago. But we live in an age where people expect improvements and enhancements and better frame rate and like reworking controls to make it less clunky, like for the horses, for example, and other things. And it feels like, unless we're wrong, unless Double 11 Studios actually put some effort into this port, that it's bare minimum. That Rockstar just told them, hey, just make this thing run on PS4. It'll be backwards compatible on PS5, and make it to where we can actually sell it on the Switch. That's all you have to do. Don't worry about anything else. And that's the best you can hope for when it comes to this port for Red Dead Redemption. That's it. Some additional languages for the subtitles, probably. But there's a major subtraction. Lack of multiplayer. Even though we live in an age of the internet where there's a lot of online gaming happening, including the Nintendo Switch, because they cannot monetize Red Dead Redemption multiplayer. They can't throw them gold bars over from Red Dead Online to Red Dead Redemption multiplayer. That's probably a big reason why they didn't even bother including Red Dead Redemption multiplayer with this new port. Speaking of which, Strauss Zelnick, are you enjoying your $30 million you and Carl Sladoff each got? I thought you mentioned something a while back about not having simple ports. I wonder if somebody will bring that up during the earnings call regarding simple ports. I thought you were all about remasters that actually added some value to the remasters for your games, Strauss Zelnick. Hey, I didn't say it. Strauss Zelnick did years ago, and once again, he's eating his words. Yeah, I'm sure that that's keeping him up at night as he's rolling around in $30+ million. But yeah, another disappointment from Rockstar and Take-Two. What a surprise. Oh, some small good news, I suppose. I did get a copyright claim from Take-Two. I disputed it on the grounds of fair use. I was in the right. And within an hour or two, credit to Take-Two for once, they actually lifted my copyright claim for yesterday's video. So thanks, I guess, Take-Two. Much appreciated for actually following the rules of fair use and abiding by it. I know it's probably some intern that did it, but I tip my hat to you, sir or ma'am, that actually went in and looked at my dispute and agreed with me and released the claim. So thank you very much. But yeah, the track record for Rockstar Take-Two has not been good, or as I like to call them, Take-Two games. You had the Defective Edition, Disaster, which still has issues, 8-9 months after the latest patch. I seriously doubt we'll get another patch. I hope that they do get another patch. It was also supposed to be available for smartphones, but it has yet to release on smartphones. The Milked Edition of GTA 5 and Online has been kind of a disappointment. And, the last update for GTA Online, San Andreas Mercenaries, added a really cool jet, the Raiju, but then they removed nearly 200 cars from the online stores, and they're going to, repurpose them for FOMO or lock them behind the GTA Plus scam. And, they also abandoned Red Dead Online, but do not fear, because we are getting new Telegram mission coming later this month to Red Dead Online. So all's well that ends well, I suppose. Gee, I wish we had some of this rain down here in Central Texas. It basically looks kind of like this in Central Texas right now, except for the fact that we haven't had rain in like 2 months and we're under a fire warning, which is kind of concerning. But equally concerning is the future of Rockstar Games and the terrible decisions that they've made lately, influenced obviously by their parent company, Take-Two, under Strauss Zelnick and Carl Slatoff. So well done. And it's making a lot of Rockstar fans, including myself, even less excited about the future of Rockstar Games, and that includes GTA 6. By the way, I did put out a poll. Thanks for voting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, leaving comments, and telling me to cry. But rate your excitement for Red Dead Redemption Switch and the PS4 port. Oops, I meant to put PS5. My bad. But I would say that 0% is easily winning. Wow. Second place, I think it's maybe 50%. So it's kind of like mid. It's halfway. I'm kind of excited for it to be able to play on Switch and PS4, PS5, but not overjoyed. But that majority vote, Rockstar Take-Two, that's not good. 0% excitement for the Red Dead Redemption port. But yeah, I mean, it could be worse, I suppose. It could have been made by, Grove Street Games. I realize they were rushed when it came to the Defective Edition. It's not entirely their fault. Most of the blame, in my opinion, goes to Take-Two and Rockstar. But at least this is just a port. Because if it was another Defective Edition by Grove Street Games, then it would probably end up being way worse. But then again, these ports for the Switch and the PS4 haven't even come out yet. So we're just going to have to wait and see August 17th exactly what we're getting when it comes to the Switch, PS4, PS5 versions of Red Dead Redemption as well as Undead Nightmare. And let me know what console do y'all want me to play the port on, because I'm going to buy it on one just to try it out, to play it and see if it's actually worth playing and see what issues we find together. I'm leaning on Switch. I don't know why. I've been kind of in a Switch mood lately. I guess it's all the Zelda I've been playing. Would y'all rather me play on the Switch for Red Dead Redemption or on the PS4/PS5? And of course, your thoughts, views, and opinions regarding the Red Dead Redemption port. As always, welcome below in the comments section.